All right, I call this one Cyborg Theocracies, Wages of War, and Rockets of Desire with Matthew Peterson. Otis 5D reacts.
Otis 5D reacts.
All right, so, it's a tweet. He says, Doc MJP says, I tend to think this is the dawn. The dawn. I tend to think, all right, dog. Got a little ebonics going. I tend to think this the dawn of the era, the rise of the duty bound, doing what must be done, accepting the burden, a few but growing in number. Or should we think more of what we do if we didn't have to fix this, and perhaps in so doing fix more? I like this one a lot because so I'm sure a lot of people don't know who Matthew Peterson is, even though everyone should know who Matthew Peterson is. He was part of the Claremont Institute and a graduate of the Claremont University graduate program. Forgive me if all the words aren't exactly perfect in what I'm saying. I'm just doing this from memory. And, it was a real scholar of political philosophy and, became known in the Claremont circle. For those that don't know who that is, Michael Anton, and, he's probably the most famous, I think, of the most named of that group of thinkers who have now really kind of etched out a large space in conservative thought. And now Matthew Peterson is a bigwig at the Blaze, which is one of the, the largest kind of conservative outlets. And really, I've followed him for a very long time, and real kind of genius guy. And I like this one because it touches into a lot of my different thinkings, including the law of attraction stuff, because should we think more of what we do if we didn't have to fix this is very much about following one's bliss. He may not agree with that, but I don't need him to agree with that because it's correct. And I tend to think that this is why I'm so passionate about Balaji and his ideas of network states and win and help win. So Balaji's idea is that the way that you should play the game, I don't even want to say should, the game theoretical maximum expected value at the game of life is win and help win. You win and become successful, and then you pull other people up with your resources and your influence that deserve success themselves. So this, to me, has a real focus on just conceptually on what we would do if we didn't have to fix this. The thing I have never felt particularly drawn to about Make America Great Again is that it's somewhat past looking. I do really understand, having spent so much time now in Asia where things get made, I can only imagine what it was like in the childhood of people of Trump's age, where there were these factories everywhere, because by the time I became an adult, NAFTA was already, somewhat old news, and the factories all left. And so nothing gets made in America to a large extent. And being in Asia where everything gets made, it's like, this is the shit, bro. You feel like you can do shit because shit is fucking happening all around you. And so I get that, but I don't think that it is, it doesn't vibe enough for me as forward looking enough. And so that's what has always appealed to me about New Age spirituality and the law of attraction and Abraham Hicks. And of course, my number one dog, Bashar, is that, it's all about like following your passion and your excitement and your joy. And that is what we do if we didn't have to fix this. So if everything was just like all good, what do you actually want to do with your life? And this is what I want to do. And at the same time, I cannot deny that I feel a burden to do what must be done, because when I look around the world, I think that the stakes is high, to quote De La Soul, and you can't fake it. Like, the stakes is high, and we have to do what must be done. But keeping an eye in the direction of the future, of a positive future. See, this is why I call the cyborg theocracies, because what I feel descending upon us, potentially descending upon us, is what is called the cyborg theocracy, which is like the worship of the machine. You know, it's smart contracts and surveillance states and facial recognition and drone delivery and, you know, police that are robot dogs. And it feels, you know, in mRNA Axvays and like, you know, processed food and like things that make food additives that make seed oils look like olive oil, and just a nightmare, you know, Hieronymus Bosch, like Garden of Earthly Delights monstrosity. And I feel it, and I feel like that's not what I want. So what I have to do is speak the fuck up and put forth a beautiful vision, a plausible vision, a vision that recognizes the time we're in, that is in the time we're in, that is fluent with Claude and fluent with crypto and fluent with Runway ML, and knows about the people like Matthew Peterson and Ryan Selkis, and, you know, thinkers that are super important, Ardian, and thus has real thoughts and real ideas. You know, Urbit, Indian Bronson, Balaji, all of this stuff. And, you know, these, I believe, are the wages of war. It's like, it's not that easy to stay positive, stay focused, stay disciplined, stay showing up, stay fighting, stay standing up, stay speaking, and stay willing to be attacked and lose people and be yelled at and be canceled and, you know, all of the above, and keep doing it, and knowing that you're going toward this vision that is so compelling that if you keep repeating it, people will slowly but surely begin to change how they think about things. And I've just witnessed it so much in the past 8 years. You know, when Trump came onto the scene versus now, is so vastly different. It's hard to even express with human words. And I didn't see that until pretty recently. That if you have the audacity to keep repeating your message as people mock you, as people ignore you, as people cancel you, and you just stay there and you keep saying it. Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, I mean, these are big, Owen Benjamin, these are big examples. Ye has done it over and over and over in a variety of forms. Progress is made, and I want to be a part of a duty-bound group of humans who is thinking more of what we'd do if we didn't have to fix this. You know, something like a solar punk future, something like that. Maybe not exactly that, but something like that, network state future. And building toward that. But at the same time, understanding that it's a fucking war. This is not going to be a fucking kumbaya to get there. There is a burden to doing this, whether that burden is like tilling soil and dealing with sick animals and, like, you know, mealworms eating your cauliflower, or whether that war is like communists trying to take over all your thoughts and stick a Neuralink on the back of your head that, you know, tells you to enjoy your fucking seed oils, like, and get your regular, you know, Axvay injection. Like, there's no signs that this is going to be easy. And with the recent, you know, assassination attempt, I feel like that is just so it's so impossibly archetypal for what we're in right now. So, I'm recruiting, I'm looking for the other people that are thinking like this, that want to build like this. That's Otis 12D. It's so weird. I feel like I'm gonna have to say this pretty much every time, even though eventually people are gonna be like, "Bro, we get it. You can just say, come to my website and go to Otis 12D." But it's like, it's so amazing to me that I actually want you to do that. That it's not like me having to remember, like, oh yeah, this is a marketing video for Otis. It's like, because it isn't. It's like Otis 12D is a natural outgrowth of making this video and realizing, like, I don't want to just be talking to myself. I want to be talking to other people in a group chat, not necessarily in real life. Real life is cool, but group chat means I can be doing whatever I want to do. You can be doing whatever you want to do, and we can still be in continual dialogue. And that makes me just incredibly, I'm so excited about this. You just can't even imagine. So anyway, if you feel the call, if you feel so drawn, Otis 12D, otis5d.xyz, go click Otis 12D and go from there. All right, peace.
Otis5d.xyz.
Go fuck yourself.